Hello everyone and welcome to Plastic Obsession. This is the YouTube channel where me, Mateos Ramirez, that's my name, just to introduce you guys, Mateos Ramirez, my cousin Lucas, my cousin Aiden, and my uncle Ty as we call him, or Ty Harrington. So Ty, me, Lucas, and Aiden, and occasionally my other uncle, Aaron, who is Lucas and Aiden's dad, but that's beside the point. We're just getting into the family tree. We're all going to be making appearances on here, and we're all going to be doing in the bag, like you can see right here for my bag. Now, obviously, you can tell, you guys are probably going to give me a lot of flack down below in the comment section because I have this nice bag, but yet I have it half filled. Well, technically, I lost a disc today. It was my Discraft Buzz in my the ESP plastic. So I lost that one today, but besides the point, we're going to get into the bag. Now, another side note, I am not signed to anyone, nor is anyone that is, Lucas, me, Aiden, Ty, or Aaron. We're not signed to anybody. We really do love Dynamic Disc. That's what we like. Lucas is really big into Discraft and Discmania. I have a few in here, but that's kind of his gig. You'll probably see him with like a Discmania t-shirt on there. Me, Aiden, and Ty, we throw a lot of Westside and Dynamic. I do have a Latitude disc in here. I have two actually, so we'll get into that video as well. But this, is the Commander bag from Dynamic Disc. This is the new like blue camo print right here. I absolutely love it. And it fits my needs perfectly. It has everything I need to. Obviously, you guys are probably going to flack me in the comment section because I have this whole open space right here to fill with disc. This is going to be my mid-range section. Obviously, as you can tell, I've built up all my drivers. And I'll tell you how I've done that in just a second. But this is my bag. Obviously, I got my putters up here, got my mini right here, and then I have all my drivers. And then right now, my only mid-range in here is my Innova Rock. That was my first ever mid-range that I got besides the Shark from the starter pack. So that's just my beginner one. That was kind of like one of my first ones. So it's always been in my bag. And it's just one of those discs that's been in the bag for so long that it's broken in and you know exactly how it's going to fly. And it's that trustworthy as well. So it's always good to go with the Rock. And then, of course, I have my Soul right here just in case it's one of those nights or one of those days where there's a lot of people playing the course and I'm playing with like Aiden or Lucas and Aaron, and the course is backed up, or I'm by myself and there's a lot of backup because a lot of people are playing, so I can just bust that out real quick. So enough blabbing, let's get into it. Right here we have my two putters. I only have two putters. If I do show you Lucas, Aiden, and Aaron and everyone else besides me, his bag, you're going to see like 80 million putters and 80 million drivers and all kinds of discs. For me, I'm about an intermediate player. I'm just working on my distance. Right now I can throw about 250 to 300. That's about my range. I'm getting close though to about 310, 315. I'm getting up there, guys. I'm getting up there. I just need a few warm-up runs, but we won't talk about it. But anyways, my two putters I'm going with, you guys are gonna know this tradition in my bag is I don't like to switch out discs that I've stuck with since day one or that are similar to those discs and that I know they're reliable and trustworthy, and then that way I can trust them. And one of those is my first ever putter, the Innova AVR. I know exactly how this flies. I know how good of a putter it is, and I can trust it very easily. To me, and my other putter here is the Luna, the Discraft Luna in the Jawbreaker plastic right here. Absolutely love it. This one is going to have a little bit more glide, and it's going to have a little bit of a harder finish, a little bit harder fade. You could mostly, this one you're really going to have to put a good amount of spin on it, a good amount of flick, and it's just going to go, and it's going to gently lay into the basket. So typically whenever I have a really long putt, I'm going with this one right now. This is my go-to putter right now. But if I'm playing a game where I'm actually going try hard, I might reach for an AVR just because I know how it flies and I've thrown this forever in a day and I know exactly what to expect from it. And the Luna, I can also throw it as an approach or even off the tee box, but my arm speed is somewhat there, but not really there. But mostly this is my approach putter, if anything, that I need to throw it with as well. And a lot of courses here in Northern Colorado, you do need an approach putter and a good approach disc as well. So those are my two putters as well. Now, obviously, like I said, I have one mid-range right now. My other one I did lose at Apple Park. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. That was in Discraft Buzz in the ESP plastic. My other one, like I said right here, is my B10 Rock 3 from Innova. This was the second ever mid-range I got. This one and the Shark were like the first ones I ever got. I had the Innova starter pack. That's what I got from my parents for my birthday, so that's what I went with. You can, whatever starter pack you want to get, you can totally do that. But this one, like I said, I know exactly how it flies, and I'm gonna beat the dead horse over and over in this video. I know exactly how it flies. I know what to expect from this. It's just gonna glide straight, and it's gonna have a nice fade at the end to what I know exactly what it's gonna do. So if I need a nice little tunnel shot for a mid-range, I'm going to definitely reach for this one. And I definitely have a lot of confidence throwing this one. And for my buzz that is not here, rest in peace. It does have a little bit more glide, and I can torque that disc a little bit more. It's gonna have a lot more harder. It's gonna go a lot farther, have a lot more glide to it than my rock does. So rest in peace to my buzz until I get it back. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna try to grab all of my fairway drivers. Yes, sir. I think I grabbed all of them. Let's go. Got all of them. Let's go. All right, so starting from the top, this one, the Latitude 64 Musket in the Opto Plastic. This one, along with my Escape in here, are ones that have really good speed, and you got to really put a lot of power on it, because out of your hands they're going to come out quick, and so you really got to put a lot of power on it. But this thing is a really good, just straight flying disc, like one of those tunnel shots, like I said, and it really has a nice fade. Nothing too hard, nothing too soft, nothing too light. It really gets down there, and you can really control this disc, and that's why I like the Musket. It's a really good control disc, so that is why it's in my bag. Now this disc right here, this one is another one that I added in after the starter pack, but I originally couldn't throw it, which is the Westside Disc Hatchet. This is in the VIP plastic right here, pink. I know I like my pink. I have a lot of pink. I actually have 2 pink discs in here. Yeah, I got some pretty colorful discs, but this was the second ever disc besides my rock that I threw in my collection. And originally I couldn't throw it because my arm speed could not throw a 9, but once I got up to a 9 and worked up to a 9, this disc is another one that's a workhorse. It's reliable. I know exactly what it's going to do. I really do like it on a flex forehand shot, or I just like it really just torquing it on a backhand, because we all know those discs that we have that we can just really put it out there on a backhand, and we know how it's going to fly. We've done it forever, and we're comfortable with it, and that's definitely how this disc goes. It has amazing glide to it, and especially when I throw it on a hyzer line, it's going to hold the hyzer, and it's going to have that nice finish at the end. It's nothing like another disc I'll show you later on, but that is my Westside Disc Hatchet. And the next disc here, which is similar to the Hatchet, is the Longbowman. Now this one, you have understable and overstable. That's like the battle between the two. This one is going to glide as much, but it's going to have a lot harder of a fade. So if I need to like get around a tree, or I need to put it on a really high hyzer or anhyzer forehand, it's really going to have that hard finish. So if there's like a tree in the middle of the fairway that I need to get around, or off the tee that you kind of need to negate, I can throw this one out and it's going to get around that. And that's kind of what I like using the Westside Disc Longbowman for. This is primarily one of my go-to forehand discs right now. Just a little bit. There's another one in here that I like as well for forehand, but I do like this one as well. So this is just one. I'm going to get it out there, put a lot of torque on it, and it's going to go out, glide, and it's going to have that hard fade, and it's, you know, it's very controllable. And if you've thrown a Hatchet, it's going to just have a lot more fade. So that's just the best way I can describe it. This disc right here is one of my new favorites. It's a more recent pickup. It's the Dynamic Disc Escape in the Prime Burst plastic. Now I understand this is a cheaper plastic, but when I went to the store and picked it up, also I have my Maverick and Prime Burst. I love the grip on this thing, and I think grip is super important for our fairway drivers and just disc in general. So this Escape right here is a quick disc. Okay, you have to torque this disc, and you have to put some emphasis on there, and you have to release it quick, and it gets down the fairway quick. It is a quick driver, and if you really put a lot of emphasis and touch on this disc, it is going to get down the fairway, and that's what I like it for. It is, I would say it has a lot more speed than the Hatchet, and it glides just like a Hatchet. And it's in between the fade, I would say, is in between the Hatchet and the Longbowman. So that's kind of what I like it, but it definitely has a lot more speed than those two, and that's what I like it for. On those 300 plus shots where I just kind of need to get it down there, it's an open fairway, I'm going to be looking at my Escape. Like I said, this disc right here, the Maverick, is just a trusty disc. Forehand disc, I can really put it on there on a flat or a hyzer. Works amazingly well. It's understable. Prime plastic burst once again, and it's just grippy as heck. This is a 7-speed along with my Explorer from Latitude 64, and when I'm at When it's like a shorter tee box, like a shorter par 3, I'm going to usually probably throw these guys just because I can torque it just a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's not going to have a speed like an Escape or a Hatchet or Longbowman. It's not going to get as far or get out there as quickly, and I can throw these guys out there and get a good placement and get a good overall grip on them as well. And this was my Latitude 64 Gold Explorer in the gold plastic, I should say. Yeah, I have a lot of pink disc. Man, there's grass all over the place. I did not realize about my disc. All right, moving up to my distance drivers, or what I use as distance drivers. I'm going to start here with my max speed, which is the Innova Colossus. This is my most flippiest disc in the bag right now. It's a real flippy disc and nothing more to be said. Just my max distance driver. Throw this occasionally, but not really a go-to for me. I throw a little bit lower speeds and it still works pretty fine for me. Next disc here is the Dynamic Disc Sergeant, an overstable distance driver. This one is another one that if I have to negate a tree or I just really have to get it out there and have that hard fade, it's understable. It's overstable, excuse me. So you just know exactly what it's gonna do. Just go out there and just dump really hard, and that's exactly what you should expect from it. Nothing too new here. Now, these two discs are my first ever Discmania ones, and I have the CD3, the control driver. This is similar to my musket, but I can throw it a lot farther than a musket and a lot harder and get a little bit better of a placement. So if I'm like at around a 350, 400 mark, tapering that par 4 line, I can usually throw a CD3 and get it out there pretty well. Now, a lot of you probably know this one. This is a PD2. So this disc, holy cow! If I'm not Simon Lizotte, I can't flip this over and get a good result. So I usually just torque it out a little bit outside of the basket. So say the basket's right here, I'm throwing it all the way out here because it's going to just come dumping hard, really hard, and that's what to expect from a PD2. Now this disc right here, this was my first ever distance driver that I put in my bag, and I've throwing it again. And this is the disc that I can absolutely just torque down the fairway. If I just need to just absolutely heave one down there, it's a par 4, need to get a good placement, I'm going to reach for the Innova Valkyrie. And this disc is my third Innova Valkyrie. I've lost 2 of them, and this is my third one, and I absolutely love them. It is a hatchet, but goes farther and flies a lot farther as well. Even though they have the same numbers, I feel like the hatchet is about the same speed, but this goes just a bit farther, and it has a little bit more, it has the same finish, but like I said, it goes a little bit farther, and I can throw this a little bit harder, and it has that nice finish at the end. Now that was all of my disc right there, guys. You can see the whole conglomerate right there. And then obviously, I don't know why I have this, but I have an MVP for my MVP disc for my Mini. So that was my in the bag, guys, and that's all I carry. And then obviously I put my keys and wallet in here. I have my towel in here, but it's being washed because I played it in a snowy course last night, yesterday, excuse me, and it was really bad and a lot of water, so I've had to use it. But anyways, this was my in the bag. I also will put like some seeds in here or some beef jerky or just a snack to have because I get extremely hungry on the course. So that's what it is. So once again, guys, my name is Mateos Ramirez from Plastic Obsession. Hopefully you enjoy this intro video. We're going to be having a lot of great disc golf content coming out throughout the days. I want you to know as well that videos between me, Lucas, Aiden, and Ty. Ty lives not close to us. He lives about like 9-10 hours away from us, so it's gonna be a lot harder for us to make videos with him. So when he comes out, what should be for Christmas and then this spring for my graduation, high school graduation, we'll be able to make videos with him, and we'll make a lot of them for you guys and hopefully enjoy them. But once again, guys, my name is Mateos Ramirez from Plastic Obsession. If you did like today's video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm Mateos. Thank you for watching today's video, and stay awesome, guys. See you later.